Namaskar. I am Dr. Asha Jain, Chairperson, Food, Drug and Medical Surgical Committee, Fogsi. Welcome to the 38th episode of Gyan Pravah, the brainchild of our President, Dr. Sunita Tandulwadkar, Madam. I would like to introduce her. Everybody knows that ma'am is a proficient laparoscopic and robotic surgeon. She is an infertility specialist, and out of that, she has pioneering work in ovarian rejuvenation and stem cell therapy. Swamiji, you would be interested to know the work madam does. So she is also a great devotee of Gagan Giriji Maharaj. And today we have with us Swami Anubhavanandji Maharaj. So I request madam for her welcome address. Welcome, ma'am.
Namaste. Namaste, Swamiji.
Namaste.
Namaste, Asha. I'm so thankful to you, Asha, for selecting a faculty of this level. Swamiji, this podcast series are 30 committee chairpersons on 30 days. Every day at 8 p.m., we have our Gyan Pravah podcast series. And there are 30 committee chairperson. So everyone try to take either academic background of our OBGYN from India or abroad, or from any background, the spiritual guru, the politician, the philosopher, or someone who has done a great motivational work. So today Asha has come with you. I'm sure you should know that we have one presidential project which is called Arogya Yoga Yatra. I believe in bringing the spirituality into our day-to-day practice in medicine, and I believe that spirituality will help the doctors to work in a very different atmosphere, and it will heal rather than cure the patient with the medicine. So bringing spirituality in medicine is our very important presidential project, where we are going to 13 spiritual places and doing CMEs, public forum, to bring the awareness. We believe that doctors are just the madhyam, and it's the divine power work through us for the betterment of human life. And I definitely want every doctor to be aware that we are just the madhyam. So I suppose today we'll have a very great discussion with you, and the podcast will be of a great use to all those who are listening. Thank you so much for coming on a Fogsi platform and gracing the occasion. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now it is my privilege and great honor to introduce Swamiji.
Don't make it too long. What is printed behind my book? Beginning, end, birth, death not known. Okay?
Ji Swamiji.
Make me a Chota Swami, not a Bada Swami.
I think we just do away with the introductions, because
Very good.
Swamiji, when he speaks, is his introduction. He is a true medium. He will tell whatever we need to do. The divine speaks through him. The divine lives through him. Pranam Swamiji. And with your blessings, we would like to start the podcast.
Welcome.
Ma'am, you are muted, please.
Swamiji, with your permission, I'll leave. Our pattern is both of you will be having a dialogue, and I will listen to you all from the viewers link. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you, ma'am.
Pranam.
So, Pranam Swamiji.
Mhm.
Now, you know the topic that we have decided for this, I have thought of for this podcast, is spirituality for gynecologists. So, what is spirituality is the first question that I would like to ask you.
Spirituality is an allowance given to the divine to express through us. And he can express through us only if we vacate. Therefore, the first spirituality is not doing anything, but giving up everything. And by this, we are able to allow the divine to express through us. And the divine never goes wrong. It goes exactly as required. Therefore, a gynecologist is supposed to assist the divine will rather than intervene and change the course. This is what I understand in spirituality, and we have to practice that. I can't hear anything.
If we do not intervene at all, then the whole practice of medicine becomes useless, right? We are doing interventions.
Intervention, nahi, not intervention. We are assisting the divine will to express through. In intervention, we impose our views on that. Like, when there is a discussion, in discussion, we are supporting maybe in a different way. You have to work on your own health also, number one. Unhealthy doctor cannot be a support to the patient. Number three, if we are functioning with cheer and happiness, not with frustration and anger, the work becomes very light. And when the work is light, we get less tired. For example, I am moving all around. I have no agenda of my own. All is His. Therefore, there is no burden of success or failure. This is exactly what the gynecologist has to think of. Deliveries are happening, we are assisting them, not intervening. We are assisting, and if it is successful, it is like your president said, if it is successful, it is a divine grace. If it is not, it is His grace only. So that time we have to not only take care of the baby that is being born, but also the mother, to give her some psychological support before and during the process of delivery. Number 4, see, although this is not right, but this is not wrong also. Many times when the patients go to the gynecologist, instead of supporting the natural delivery, they advise immediately go for cesarean. I don't know whether right or wrong, but I have heard it from a number of people. One of my girls in South Africa, I came from my various tours. It was Diwali, this, what you call the first day Diwali, Lakshmi Puja or some, Dhanteras. On Dhanteras, I happened to come and she was carrying. So I asked her, I say, when is due? Swamiji, after 4 days. I said, no, I want right now. Today Dhanteras, the Lakshmi will come. And as if it has to happen, when I said, she started getting pain. So immediately doctor said, come here quickly, we'll operate it. So she asked me, Swamiji, I said, don't go. Deliver here at home, she will be all right. Then nurses came and everything was done. So one of the things which I want to emphasize, that do not encourage cesareans unless it is extremely necessary. Because I know that is the money matter. It costs and gets better. But when the baby is born through the natural process, there is more love, attraction for the child, rather than when it is operated through the cesarean. This will be part of our spiritual practice in action, so that we are taking care of the mother and the child for a lifelong relationship. Otherwise, you must have seen those children who are taken care of by the ayah right from childhood, even from feeding, breastfeeding, everything. They remain indifferent to the parents because there is no physical contact. So this has to be kept in view by the gynecologist. This is spirituality in action. Next.
So, spirituality for gynecologists in practice is one thing, but spirituality for gynecologists and spirituality for others is not very different, no, Swamiji?
Cannot be, because they are also others.
Yes. So then what is actually spirituality? You have a very happy mantra mala that you tell as a, guideline for spirituality.
Yes.
So would you like to elaborate on that?
See, first of
It
all,
tells all the do's and don'ts basically.
yes. See, when we say, do you want me to play that mantra for you?
Yes, you can play it, Swamiji.
Okay, I'll just now play. And I'll show also the words if you can see them on your screen. Mhm. Here I'm playing. Can you see this?
We can see it.
कोई दिक्कत नहीं पता नहीं जो थारी राय सो हमारी राय nothing to do nowhere to go देखो सुनो मत बोलो wherever whatever you are be 100% नाटक को मत कहो किसी को जाओ मत कहो ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ होना live at zero complete level मौज में रहो be happy.
So the happy mantra mala tells that we are an instrument through which only happiness must come out. So what are the various areas where happiness comes out? The first principle is life is a time pass. Now what is the time pass? When we are playing with the children, that time the kids are very much concerned about victory or defeat. But we elders are playing with the child just for time pass so that his mother will be able to do some job which is at her hand. Therefore, when we are practicing our medical practice, that should be taken in that sense. We do it sincerely, but victory and defeat, success and failure, leave it to someone else. And then only this spiritual practice is in action. See? Now, when we are doing something, one of my important principles is when we do something, we have to remember this. Nobody needs us. It is our need. In our absence of the world continues. So when we were not there, when we will not be there, the world will not stop. Therefore, whatever we are doing, it is not the need of the world, but it is our need. And whenever we do anything as our need, then it becomes humility and arrogance disappear. Therefore, if we are practicing in this way, I will not name one doctor, but I'll tell you exactly what happened in my interaction with him. He is not condemning the doctor profession, okay? One of my friend was getting operated for his heart. Old man. He says, Swamiji, you have to come and bless me and the doctor before I enter the operation theater. So according to his will, I went there. Then that doctor came, and then the patient, my friend, told Swamiji, he is the doctor who is going to operate on my heart. I said, Dr. Saab, congratulations, you are the most wonderful doctor. God bless you with more and more success. When I said like this, he gave back. I don't want your blessings. I want money. Blessings don't build hospitals. For every brick, you have to pay money. So give me money, not blessings. I said that I will never give you. You continue with whatever you want. He continued, operation was done. Within 3 days, he had the heart problem. And he was admitted in a very top hospital. He was operated. Operation was successful, but the patient died. All the organs failed. Therefore, If we are able to succeed in whatever we are doing, like your president said, we have to remember the divine will behind everything. But if we have that, like that doctor, the arrogance, I don't need your blessings, I need money, then God bless such people. Therefore, humility and submission must be the way spirituality can be practiced. The one important thing I'll tell you, more than the medicines, the how the patient is taken care of by the doctor in whichever case, with love, understanding, sympathy, sweetness, concern, everything, that cures more than 70%. But if the doctor himself is confused and is only looking at as a customer for getting the payment made, then it is the wrong thing. Like you know, in many hospitals, they have got a target given to the doctors. See, they have to have so many patients admitted, they have to have so many operations done. Now, when such is the pressure on the poor doctors, what can they do? Therefore, while doing all these things, the divine thought should never be allowed to get out. And when we do something good or bad, whatever happens, people will say good and bad, but we have to take it lightly. And therefore, one case history should not be mixed up with the other case history. Like, suppose the first patient was diarrhea. He goes. Now the second patient comes. Now in that, if the diarrhea has not gone along with the patient, the second patient will be having the biased diagnosis. Differential diagnosis will not be perfect. And therefore, let every case be independently and distinctly taken without the hangover of the past, failure, or the future worries. When these things are put together, the doctor is bound to be successful in life. And the success is, he is fully available wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100%.
So, for, this spirituality today has become a sort of fashion.
Yes.
And so those who are planning to enter into a spiritual way of diagnosis and treatment and behavior, what would be your guidance to them? Because, you cannot go guru shopping.
Correct.
So what is the guideline that you would ask those people to have who want to do better work, who want to increase their own efficiency of work?
First is humility. The arrogance must disappear from our system. Second thing, it is our need that we do whatever we do. Nobody needs us. The third thing is, if we are able to achieve something good in our life, it is our contribution less and divine contribution more. If it is something wrong that is going in our practice, it is our contribution more and less divine contribution. This question was asked to me by a child. When something goes wrong, then we say because of our mistake it has gone wrong. But when something goes right, you say, oh, God's will. Why such a double standard? It's only because if we put the wrong things that are happening to us to God's will, we will never improve ourselves. But if we put whatever success as the divine grace, then we will become non-arrogant in our success. Friends, one can digest failure in life, but to digest perpetual success is very difficult. And that perpetual success comes in the form of arrogance. Therefore, vidya vinayena shobhate, we have to be non-arrogant and loving, smiling, talking with a cheer. It's not that, oh God, fear patient aa gaya. No. The very how you address and dress in front of the patient, yours in 50%. If the doctor himself is emaciated, frustrated, not well dressed, not a smile on the face, and kind of a hungry look, pata nahi kitne aur patient hai. Then the patient, the normal people will come to him and become patient. Therefore, it is necessary a doctor must be presented in a beautiful manner. Don't we find when we go to any temple, if the god is having some defect, this is one of the rules. Suppose you have got Bhagwan Krishna and he is, that Basuri is there. And suppose his one finger is broken. We will not see the other good part. We'll see the broken part of that finger. Exactly the same way. All good things the doctor may be doing. But if his one point, and that point is how he or she presents himself or herself while dealing and also while various activities, it makes a big impact. Therefore, how you dress and how you address tells the quality of the doctor. Both are equally important.
Our gynecologists, Swamiji, are actually usually very well dressed.
Oh, very good.
One major problem that is present in the gynecologist's life is that there is no routine. You don't know when a patient is coming, when she's going to deliver. So any kind of practice they plan for themselves, whether it is some prayer or sitting down to do some japa or do some meditation, every chain gets broken. So,
Never do anything mechanically.
okay.
Spiritual life is not a military drill. By say, Techat, meditate. You must have heard my lectures. I am not in favor of meditation.
So
We
that's
have to
what I wanted to bring up, Swamiji. If you could dilate a little on that.
see, when you do anything, what is the purpose of any action? First, something what we are seeking is far away, then you have to travel the distance. Action is involved. When something is dirty, we have to clean it. Action is required. When something is incomplete, we have to add something. Action is required. Are we seeking that which is far away? Are we seeking that which is incomplete? Are we seeking that which is dirty? No. Our essential nature is not far away, that we have to do something to reach somewhere. Therefore, this mantra which I told you, there is no liberation. There is only removal of wrong notions. In Bhagavad Gita's 4th chapter, if you remember, there is one verse. And that verse is usually interpreted that way, but I go a little different. There it is said, Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashtena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninaha tattvadarshinaha. So when you reach the teacher in a proper manner, they will give you knowledge. Upadekshanti te jnanam. Here I differ. They don't instruct you knowledge. Knowledge cannot be given. Knowledge is not a problem. Problem is wrong notions. Therefore, in Bhagavad Gita also, Arjuna's question was that, Dharma samudha cheta, I am confused about my dharma. And at the end also, Bhagavan said the same thing. Has your doubt, confusion gone? Arjuna also says, confusion down gone. Therefore, spirituality is not doing something, but removing wrong notions. So what is the wrong notion? When you are, let us take, doing some operation or delivery you are attending, that time if you are reminded of something which has happened with you or with your near and dear, your attention will be taken away from the job in the hand and your participation will not be complete. This is exactly what Arjuna was told and what I am telling you. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100%. Arjuna was on the battlefield. He should be grandson, a disciple, a brother, or a warrior. This is what Bhagavan told. Therefore, we don't require knowledge to be given. We require wrong notions to be removed. So the wrong notion is this. Because of me, somebody is surviving. Because of me, the delivery has happened. Because of me, I have helped somebody. No, this I has to be removed. And lesser the I in us, less miserable we are. The sign of ego is when we get hurt on small little issues. then we are very strong ego. Bhagwan, you abuse him, he doesn't get hurt because infinite. Therefore, let that infinite express through us. And the profession that God has given us is the profession of a gynecologist. Let us be an asset to divine will rather than making that as a money earning profession. If that is done, wonderful.
What about meditation? How to do it? Do we sit and do it? Can it be done lying down? These are questions that, many people will have in their heads. That meditation makes me work better. So I should do meditation. So if you would please dilate a little on this.
See, if you take meditation as an action, then you will do it. But is meditation as an action or an experience? Like, take a common example which I give in my talks. Love is a verb. When a boy loves a girl or a girl loves a boy. And as a result of this love as an action, the result is they fall. And that fall in the love is called I have fallen in love. Then when you fall, you get hurt. That hurting is called as the marriage, and the life continues in a hurtful way. Now, same word, love. You are a mother. Mother loves the child. Is it a verb? Is it that I love you only when you are in front of me? No, because it is an experience. Exactly. Meditation is what Bhagavan says in 15th chapter. When he says, Mattaha Sruti Jnanam Apohanancha, I alone support waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi. Therefore, this I should be remembered. So who am I? Whether I am a doctor at this time, yes, I am a 100% doctor. After that is over, drop it. Come back to your own being. Then your son comes to talk to you. Mom, I want to. Then you forget you are a doctor. Then be a perfect mother. Then he goes away. Then your daughter-in-law comes. And then you scold her whatever way you do with her. And then that is over. Forget about it. And thus play all your roles perfectly well. That is living in meditation. See?
Okay. So don't do
And this is
meditation.
24/7.
Yes. That I have heard you again. And Swamiji, I have heard you speaking a lot about quieting the mind, taking care of the mind. So that I think is something we all need every day and we need to be reminded of it. So if you would say something about how to quieten the mind, how to
See?
stop it from reacting.
Yes. Step number 1. What is the world? World is name and the form. Nama Rupa. Only two things is the world. Okay. When we see something, form, when we hear something, sound, not normally what is our method? We react. Oh, it is so beautiful. Oh, it is not like, I don't like his singing. He doesn't sing good. Oh, he plays very nice flute. So what is our lifestyle? For everything that we see or hear, we have to comment. Therefore, our Maha Mantra is, who asked you? So if we want to really help ourselves control our mind, this is the first step. 24/7 you can practice. Dekho, suno, mat bolo. No comments. Mind is quiet. Because it is our sense organs don't react. Our body doesn't react. Our mind reacts. And reaction of the mind is in the form of the words. So try to do this experiment right away. Think whatever you like to think in your mind, but don't use words. You cannot think, isn't it? So what should be the controlling the mind? First of all, when we are working day-to-day life, live nicely, cheerfully, but we are not compelled or obliged to comment on everything. And that has become our default settings. For everything we have got a comment. Stop that wrong practice. That is dieting.
Okay.
No need to talk. There is no need. Now, when you go further, you will come to know. Mind is like the water, which has no color, no form. When the same mind becomes ice, it has got color and form. Ice cubes are many, water is one. Words are many, silence is one. Therefore, practice. First of all, do not talk to yourself, meaning you are not producing words. And second thing, listen to silence. Do not react to any sound. This is living in meditation. If there is a need to talk, take tying something on the face and mauna, that is a dumb. It has no meaning. Because mauna is a discipline of mind, not that of the speech. Bhagavad Gita says, Mana prasada saumyatvam maunam atma vidigraha. Mana prasada, you are ever cheerful and happy. Saumyatvam, you are cool. And maunam, stop talking to yourself. If you really want to live meditative life 24/7, work on this consciously. You require nothing outside. Wherever you are in whatever posture you are, just do not talk to yourself. That's it. You are
Not so
seeing,
easy.
so simple it is. And if we talk to others, before we talk, analyze. Normally, we talk about their past or our past. Like, your president, first question she asked me, somebody, where are you from? Past. It's our default setting, Indians particularly. We want to know everything about somebody's past. So when you are talking to somebody, ask a question to yourself. Is it necessary to talk? I guarantee you, in 99% cases, you yourself will reply, no need to talk. Afterwards, regrets. I should not have said. So this is one technique to work on the mind. Before we talk to others, ask yourself, is it necessary to talk? Who asked you? Keep quiet. Then second thing is, don't talk to yourself. By this, what happens? We talk to ourselves with reference to future. After this podcast recording is over, I'll go see, I have to get the food ready because, my grandchild is coming and I have not made anything. I hope this is over and I'll go quickly. This is how we keep on talking to ourselves with reference to future. So when these two things, you consciously work on it. Dekho suno mat bolo, present is taken care of. While talking to others, is it necessary to talk? Past is taken care of. Don't talk to yourself, future is taken care of. When the mind is thus starved of the past memories, future worries, and present comparisons, the mind dissolves in consciousness. Then we come to discover mind is not a liability, it is an asset. Uddhare atmanatmanam natmanam avasale. But instead of working on the mind, we complain about the mind. The first principle is stop complaining about the mind. Learn this thing. As I told you, the mind expresses as words. When the words stop, is only the mind. How much time, energy, and noise it will take for the ice cube to dissolve in the waters? It will not happen instantaneously, slowly, but it will not make noise. Spiritual practice is not by the click of a mouse. It will slowly happen. And this is one of the highest things. We have to mind our mind. We can mind our mind if we know what the mind is. Now the second aspect. Thoughts cannot erupt without the seed. Like plants can't grow without the beach, without the seed. Now try this another experiment. As a mother, you think. What will be the theme? Your children. Now, as a doctor, you think. What will be the theme? Some patients which are doing well, some are not doing well, some are falling, some are problem. Because who is thinking? Doctor. Now, last experiment. For some time, remain as nobody. Can you think?
No.
So, what is meditation? Try to remain as nobody. And who is somebody? The mule carrying the burden of the total past is somebody. And the one who is nobody is in the utter present. And remaining in the present, is it an option, choice, or a compulsion? It's a compulsion. We have no choice whether we want to live now or not. We have a choice whether we want to live yesterday or tomorrow. Keep on thinking about the past or worrying about the future. But as regards the present is concerned, you are at peace with yourself. When the mind stops moving, it is consciousness.
Okay. Okay. When you say it, when you make us do it, it is so easy. But every day we need to be reminded of these things till it becomes a habit and we are able to do it on our own volition.
Yes.
So what would you suggest that, this minimum external things need to be incorporated to help us work internally?
Yes.
So what would be your suggestion on those things? What do we need every single day?
Do not react to anything.
Swamiji, my question was like, I'm listening to you and therefore I am able to do it right now. So every day in our life, do we need to do some chanting or reading scriptures or listening to something to hold us on the path?
See, what is happening? We are afraid of ourselves. We are afraid of silence. Therefore, we want some support. Give it a try. Initially, do not talk to yourself for 1 minute. It is much more powerful than chanting. What is chanting? It is action. And therefore, any action which is repeatedly done, mind is not required.
Mechanical.
It becomes mechanical.
Yes.
Then spirituality becomes a mechanical military drill. It's okay, yaar. Let me finish my job. Who is punishing you? Yourself. Remember, one more experiment we do, and you can learn right now. You chant the whatever mantra name of the Lord you are chanting in your own mind. Stop. So you have your experience. Now add one more parameter. You chant yourself in your mind and you listen to what you are chanting. Stop. Is there a difference?
Yes.
Then, so chanting is action, Kriya Shakti. Listening is Jnana Shakti. When knowledge and action, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti, when they are 100% synchronized, that is called in Nath Sampradaya or Nisiddha Marga or Yoga Marga or Kundalini Marga, that is called as awakening Kundalini or Sushumna Nadi.
Okay.
This is what it is. Because we are channels of two types of energies, knowledge and action. See? Stones do not have knowledge, no action. We are not stones. So when this knowledge and action merge together, then we transcend the mind and merge in the consciousness.
So basically, from a gynecologist view, coming back to it, that if we know something is right and we don't do it, and we know something is wrong and we do it, it is Jnana Shakti and Kriya Shakti fighting with each other.
Not only that, they are creating a damage on our mind.
Okay.
You know what is the guilt? I know what I am doing is wrong, and yet I am doing it. As a result, there is a wound on your own mind. And that wound creates pain and frustration. And that wound is difficult to heal afterwards. Therefore,
Swamiji,
when we respect our own knowledge, wrong things will not happen.
but you go on doing the same thing over and over again, Swamiji. You
Then
sort
you
of
become-
justify that. You justify that to yourself that it is right.
Then suffer.
Okay, so then you are not a spiritual person anymore.
No, no, we don't have to judge anybody. Let the whole world together. We watch ourselves.
Yes, we watch ourselves. That is a very profound statement, to not look out and look only in. So we still have time left, Swamiji. So if you can tell us something in 10 minutes that you want everyone to carry home for their practice, for their betterment, then we can end the podcast.
Okay. The first of all, top minimum. Unless you are invited, do not go to any place. We elderly, now I'm telling particularly for elderly people should have that wisdom that when the children were small, they were staying in our house. But now the children are grown up, they have got their own house. So when you go to their house, it is not your house. Therefore, accept whatever they are doing. Don't poke your nose and try to change what they are doing. How important it is. Because we come across many cases wherein one example I'll tell you from US. One girl, her mother came to look after her second delivery because the first child was almost 5-6 years and the second was due. So she was, I think that time, 7 months or 7.5 months. It happened to be in the same town where she was. She called me. Swamiji, where are you? I said, I am. Said, oh, you are here only. I want to come and talk to you. I said, come in the evening after your work is over. I am in such place. We'll have dinner, then you talk. So she came. We had dinner. Then she said, let's walk out. So it was a nice garden. And she was carrying 7.5. So slowly we were walking. And she started crying. I said, hey, yeah, this crying business finished quickly. Then she said, Swamiji, what happened, this morning when I went for office, I told my mom, Mom, you go back to India, I don't need you. I was fed up. And therefore she is crying and I also was crying all day. Then she said, do you know why I said like this? I said, I don't know. And I don't want to know. No, I'll tell you. I said, okay. Since she came, last 3 months, only one theme. How my brother's wife is bad. I was fed up. No other talk. And I finally asked, should I go and kill my brother's wife? Why you are talking the same thing again and again and again? If you don't go. But you are spoiling the whole day. The whole house atmosphere is changed because of you. Therefore, you get out. And therefore, I am crying. Now come to the conclusion. When the children have to speak such harsh words to the parents, don't think they are happy. Because somebody is my mother, somebody is my father, that doesn't mean they are right. That doesn't mean they are good. But these elderly people, they take it. Bachpan itna bada kiya. What you have done? Those children who don't have parents, they don't grow or what? Therefore, elderly people have to remember this. Parents have to remember this. Children don't need us. We need the children. After the marriage, when there is no conception, then you start running from pillar to post. Because you want a child. So if you are wanting the child, remember this. You are not obliging anything by doing good to your own child. Otherwise, we have that arrogance. बच्चों को इतना बड़ा किया पेट में रह करके कंधे पर रखती पेट में रह करके. Therefore, real spiritual life is we have to be in such a position that everybody wants us. And who is needed? He who is not a burden and he who is an asset. Therefore, real spiritual practice is we are needed. And we are needed only if we have got something great. There are so many flowers in the forest, town, everywhere. Only flowers with fragrance are taken. Others are hanging around there. In the same manner, a person who is liked by maximum people, he is divine. Now, watch it in yourself. There are so many houses we come across. There, the parents are so lovely. In one family, 8 children, all of them doing business. And the old man was not talking. He has started business, handed over, expanded. He will not talk anybody who has come, who has gone. Only one thing I have seen in their house. Everybody going out of the house will do namaskar to him and go. Evening, all of them will be together and eat on the dining table and tell something good thought, not complaining, not government, not politics, not accidents, no nothing. Sit together for dining and tell one good thought. And when this was happening, I said, Papa, you are great, or your children are so nice. Swamiji, I am not great. It is their greatness that they are respecting me. See? So if we are respected, we don't deserve. It is their greatness that they are respecting. In this manner, when our attitude towards our relations, people around starts changing, then alone we are on the spiritual path. Otherwise, small little thing will disturb. And to conclude, we have got thousands of talks, on my YouTube channel, smilingswami.com or Smiling Swami YouTube channel. Take the same talk morning and the same talk in the evening. If you practice this consciously, sincerely, I guarantee you all your questions will be dissolved. Then you come to know questions are never solved. They are dissolved. And the questions are born of wrong notions. When wrong notions are corrected, all the questions disappear. Give it a try and be a successful, cheerful, happy gynecologist.
Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you so much for gracing this occasion. I had so much of trepidation whether you would come whether you would speak with this, because I know very well you never answer questions. But here you have taken so many questions, which are not just my questions, but questions that I have encountered for years. So thank you so much. And I hope we are able to practice as you have advised us. Thank you so much for being on this podcast.
All the best. Take life lightly in the light of wisdom.
Thank you. Thank you
Good.
so much.
Bye.